All right, hello class, and welcome to let's fix that, November 11th of 2021. This is day 10 of the class. So let's see here. Whoops, let's fix that. There we go. All right, so this is day 10, and today what we're going to do is continue to explain what carrying capacity is, explain the difference between density dependent and density independent factors as it relates to populations. What do you turn in today? You need to check Google Classroom, but if you also want to list, if you hit on this number 2, it's going to bring you to the homework board. So kind of looking at what are we doing for this week. So this week we were testing our water. Today you're going to do this pre-test. And the main idea is like the water filter lab slash, I guess I can also add here, we're talking about carrying capacity and looking at limiting factors. These are our online platforms. I'm going to be introducing you to Screencastify today. In the science notebook, last class you had page 48, 52, 53. And then I gave y'all page 54, which was that unit 2.2 evaluate. So I'm just going to go ahead and add that here as well, because you'll be working on that and answering those questions. And then in Google Classroom, it was your water filter critiques and your research slide, and then page 48. All right. And so here, if we look, our quote for today is time is free, but it's priceless. You can't own it, but you can use it. You can't keep it, but you can spend it. Once you've lost it, you can never get it back. And it's so true. Like I told y'all, time is the one thing you can give and you can't ever get it back. So here's our agenda for today. So let's kind of go through it. Just telling you, finish this year, really this semester off strong. Some of you are still not doing what you're supposed to. Please attend tutoring next week to clear that up. I did in Google Classroom, if you go to your stream, I sent you all a message. Hopefully you read this message and it kind of explains to you what you need to do when it's tutoring, all of that good type of stuff. If you have not turned in your container, please make sure that you get that into me. Today, we won't have a formal daily quiz in Schoology, but there's this pre-test that I have to give to you because that's what I have to do. So we'll take that pre-test today. Again, this is what you have to turn in. So when people tell me that they're confused, I don't know why y'all are confused. I can't make this any easier. Okay, we're on day 10. After we finish with that pre-test, then you all will look at those water filters that you were supposed to drop onto this slide, which a lot of you have not. I only have 8, and I know I have more than 8 teams in a class, and this is just, it's a shame. But at the end of the day, you want to say it's me when y'all are not doing what you're supposed to do as a student. I'm going to teach you all how to use Screencastify because this is what you could use to make your video recording for your multimedia presentation. We'll take a few notes, not very many. I'm just going to try to keep the day as light as possible. And then this is going to be your at-home learning slash what you'll be working on Monday while I'm out. For those of you who could not find those research slides, here they are. Not research slides, the slides for the multimedia presentation. I put it back on the agenda, even though it's been there, should have been open and in your drive. These are the types of slides that you need to make sure you have. Like I said, this was just a rough template to kind of get you started. You can certainly make the template what you want it to be. But we'll talk more about this. But you'll have your title slide, your research question. Y'all already did your background research, had y'all to do that. I did not have y'all to write a hypothesis yet. We'll start working on that, looking at what's your independent, dependent variables, and so on and so forth. Okay, today you'll get an opportunity to start weighing. So if you want activated charcoal, how much activated charcoal do you want? If you want cotton balls, how many cotton balls? You were using gauze. How long of the gauze is it going to be? How wide is it going to be? You know, that's the type of things that I want you to see. I do have a video connected to this of a presentation. I'm not saying that it's the best. It's just the one that I could find in my drive that you all could look at as a presentation that students have created. And you want to look at this and you want to make yours even better. Okay. So don't just settle here. So here's an example of one. I included this slide because last year on this day, on November 11th, I had surgery. And these are my pictures when I think this was before I went into surgery. And just to kind of bring up this whole notion of perseverance and why I am the way that I am. If you would have seen what they were doing to me in the hospital, I have really small veins. And so it was really hard for them to get the IV started. I was like literally an hour late to my surgery. And as you can see, they bruised me up pretty badly. And then when I woke up from surgery, They took it out of my arm and then they put it into my hand. I don't know. I was knocked out when they did that, just to go to show you, like, my whole point is you have to keep going. You can't just stop. Life doesn't stop. And even though everything in me wanted to just get out of that bed and go back home because I got tired, like, I'm not lying. These people poked and prodded me over 10 times. And it just got to the point where it was like, well, let's go for her jump. I was like, we are not going for my neck and we are not going for my feet. This neck and these feet about to walk out of here. And then finally they got it. So anyway, that's just my story of triumph, and just reminding people that whenever your body speaks to you, you need to listen to it, because my body was giving me signs and I was ignoring those signs until finally I couldn't ignore them anymore. All right, so class, we'll do the starter, the pre-test. We'll take I'm gonna put a timer up of 10 minutes. How far I get is how far I get. And then I'm going to work on the Screencastify thing with you all, the lab slides, procedure setup, and then you'll have your at-home learning. This is a recap slide. Again, I make this slide so that you can go, if you miss class, and you can find everything that we did for the week in one spot. It's all in one spot. So when people tell me they can't find things, it's because you're not looking. You cannot be. And then I put all of the things there for you all. But that's fine. So that brings us to here, complainer versus action taker. And a lot of you need to start thinking about this. One, it says, I will never be able to leave this island, i.e., I will never be able to pass this class. Here, I'm leaving this island. Like, I'm passing this class. It's all about your perspective and how you look at it. So, are you a problem solver or a complainer? You cannot sit on the fence. In life, we all face adversity. Again, I had to face adversity when I was sitting in the hospital. I have to face adversity every day, just living my life as the person that I am. So you have to rise above and do what is necessary to propel yourself forward. Stop making excuses and start creating results, because at the end of the day, you can say whatever you want about me, but you're in this class. You're in this class and you have to do this work. The work is not going to stop. I understand that some of y'all don't have internet. I went through the same thing and I had to figure it out. And if you're figuring it out means, okay, well, I can't do it at home, but I have to stay after school and do it, that's what you have to do. Like, sometimes you're going to have to make sacrifices. And the way that the world is set up is that's just what you have to do. You can't just say, oh, well, I don't have internet, so I'm not doing my work. You can, but your grade is going to reflect that. And what I'm trying to instill in you all is the will to continue despite, because there have been so many times where I had this in front of me, but I had to figure out, how can I move this barrier so that I can be successful? You know what I'm saying? I can't just give up. So that's the thing that I want to teach to you all. All right, so I'm going to get off my soapbox, as I always say, but I really want y'all to understand that I am here to help you, to get you through this. And I don't know what else that I can say or do. But anyway, so happy learning. Again, if you have questions, here's my email. All right, bye.